to day 4 of your free 5-day virtual assistant beginners course. This is brought to you by Freelancing Made Easy. I'm your host, Phil. But before we begin with today's lesson, I want you to be reminded of your previous day's workbook. This is from day 3, and kung hindi nyo pa na-download yan, punta lang po kayo dun sa link from the previous day. Go to the file section and download a PDF document. It's highly recommended na PDF ang gamitin nyo para mabilis nyo po siyang ma-access kahit na kayo ay online, offline, o sa inyo lamang mga cellphone. So, let's begin by a recap from the previous days. The first day of our lessons, we focused on the things that you need to become a virtual assistant, and a successful one at that. You also learned how to be a self-sufficient virtual assistant and Google search pro skills from the previous day, day 2. And kahapon, napag-alaman nyo naman yung mga freelancing tools na ginagamit ng mga virtual assistants regardless of niche and industry. So what will we learn today? We're specifically be learning about how to rate your services. Ano bang price packages? Ano bang worth ng services na pwede nyo offer online? Because this is one of the most crucial questions na natatanggap natin from beginners na medyo confused pa sila how to not just offer everything but to come up with a price. Now, to make things easier, I want you to focus on the screen because these two are my prerequisites. Ito yung dapat hindi mawala every time na mag-iisip ka ng presyo. Sa kahit anong serbisyo o produkto na gagawin o ibibigay mo sa mga kliyente online. Una, dapat yung presyo, happy ka. Dapat contented ka sa kung ano man yung price o price rate, income, goal mo. Kasi kapag hindi, in the long run, hindi ka mamomotivate. So, dapat dito, honest to goodness, and that you're contented. Pangalawa, dapat strategic. Kasi, we will be exploring more later about your current goal and your ideal income goal. So, dapat, kung ikaw ay nagtatrabaho pa ngayon, full-time, elsewhere, sa office, yung income na strategic na sinasabi ko, ito ay dapat masusustain yung current lifestyle mo. At bago ka pa maging working full-time at home, dapat mas malaki na yung income na nakukuha mo sa yung sideline na pag-online. Bago ka pa mag full-time plunge dyan. So, dapat always in mind ito para lang reminder mo, balik-balikan mo yan every time you have doubts or hindi ka na masyadong na-motivate. So, there are also 3 ways to become paid. Una, ito, paid by the hour. We will explore more later. Pangalawa, project-based o yung one-time payment and packages. At pangatlo, yung mga retainers o monthly allocations ng time resources mo. So, isa-isahin natin yan. Una, paid by the hour. Ito yung pinaka-una kasi mabilis at madaling gawin. I-implement mo lang siya katulad ng kung ano mong ginagawa mo ngayon. You're paid by the hour. So, online, pwede rin gawin yun. What you will need though is your current income level. Ano yung sahod mo currently na wala pang deductions ng taxes and government benefits. At yan yung ginagamit mo ngayon for your monthly expenses like your utilities, tubig, kuryente, transportation to and from work or elsewhere, food for your sustenance and nutrition. If you have kids, school, if you have other fees that you are obligated to pay, kunyari, bank loans or whatever, house financing, ganyan. Kasama yan sa mga expenses mo every month. Kung meron ka ding savings, sama mo na rin yun. Kasi ang goal natin dito, whatever income you already have, that's working for you now. And pangalawa, you will need a goal income in mind that would help create a better life for your family if you decide to work online full-time. Now, let's go to our workbook for this day. And I'll show you this one. So let's present this. So for example, your current income now is 20,000 pesos. So any income dito na makita mo, yung mga figures, gawin natin pesos. Kasi para mas madali yung maintindihan. Kasi pag foreign currency pa, mag-adjust pa tayo, mag-convert. So it's easier if it's just pesos. And then, what you have in mind is the goal income of 40,000 a month. Yun yung gusto mong ma-achieve kapag nag-work ka na full-time online. So, we have to keep that in mind. Now, we want to first get our target daily salary. How do we do that? Kailangan isipin mo ilang araw mo gusto magtrabaho in a month or in a week. So, for example, if you don't want to work weekends, 20 working days lang yun in a month. Pero since ito ang sample natin, 25 work days, so isama ko yung mga weekends just in case. Kasi, remember, we'll just be doing part-time muna. So, in a day, the target salary is 1,600 pesos. Now, the next step is we want to get our hourly rate. Pero, my base sample here is 8 hours because that's what I intend to achieve. Pero, for example, you can only work 3 or 2 hours. We will adjust our income goal yung realistic lang muna kasi hindi naman pwedeng 40,000 agad-agad tapos part-time lang. So, what you want to do is make gradual changes into our schedule. And siguro in 4 hours, let's get something na almost 40,000 naman. But this computation I'm showing you is just a sample. So, itong 8, yan yung daily hours na gusto kong magtrabaho daily. If you divide that into 1/6, that's 200 pesos. Yan yung hourly rate na target mo to be able to achieve the 40,000 monthly income goal. Yung goal mo. Now, dito na tayo mag-convert kasi mostly kapag hourly, yan yung gagamitin natin as basis for quoting to clients or kung nangingi sila ng rate mo, ito na yung sasabihin mo. That's roughly for US dollars, pero if you wanna be more specific, you can use online currency converters. So, that's alright. Pero, you have to keep in mind then, if you're on hourly, pwede ka namang mag-adjust anytime. Depende sa availability mo. So, this is just a sample. You can totally alter everything. Change mo according to your needs. At huwag kang huminto lang sa kung anong ipinakita ko sa'yo. Ano lang to para maging guide mo. Now, let's go back to our this one kasi yan na rin yun kung ano man yung diniscuss yung inyo kanina. So let's move on. Ito naman project based or yung mga packages. I'll show you mga templates kung paano gawin. Pero benefits muna ng project base. Kung medyo nagawa mo na yung hourly na testing mo na, and you've seen that it's working out for you, you could try at least one project-based business or client para lang makita mo yung stark difference, yung malaking pagkakaiba. Kapag project-based ka, mabilis mag-compute. Kanina, we go through many equations para lang makuha natin yung hourly rate na target natin based sa goal income. Pero kung project-based ka, one-time fee, bagsak. Next client, ito na naman. Sometimes you go for packages na monthly, weekly, depende sa yan. Pero the thing is, with project-based or package-based pricing, mas mabilis ka kikita and you can earn more even while working less hours. Kasi kung minsan packages, binibigyan mo na sila ng parang buffet ng mga services mo. Kaya nga kanina, or rather in day 1, I told you that you have to have at least top 3 skills. Kasi yung first skill na yung number 1 skill mo. Tapos yung top 2 and 3. Complementary, so relevant dun sa first na skill. Pwede mong i-offer lahat sabay-sabay. And you can earn more by doing that. Kasi minsan yung mga clients, kailangan nila ng mas maraming tulong mula sa isang freelancer. If you can offer more, you'll earn more. Pag project-based, then, usually, kailangan hindi lang iisang client para ma-achieve mo yung income goal. That's the good thing, kasi you can always have new clients every time. As opposed to the hourly setup wherein you get tied up to a client for months or years, depende sa inyong agreement. Pero I'm not saying it's bad. Sa hourly rates or hourly pricing, you'll get stable income no matter what because you'll work day in and out. Sa project-based naman, kailangan ka lang maging strategic at maghanap ng clients even before the stopping or last rendition of your service for a current client. So, one other benefit is that you could price premium. You don't charge per hour, pero by bulk, either monthly, basta naka-package na, hindi na may kita na ito yung hourly rates mo and what the coverage is. Plus, for project-based systems, kailangan magbayad mo na sa client. So, you have to be paid prior to working. Kung si client naman, like what I've discussed in day 1, concerned ka siya dahil you're relatively new, I've discussed to you na pwede naman gawin mong weekly ang milestones until such a time you're trusting of each other that you can do twice a month. Anyway, whatever it is you decide to do, I suggest start with hourly, learn the ropes, and try offering at least one project or package-based offer to a new client that you get. So here are samples of the monthly packages. Ito yung first. What I did here is depending on the services. So sa first package, ito lang. Sa second, nadagdagan ng isa. Sa pangatlong package, mas madami, jam-pack na yung mga pwedeng i-offer. Tapos, meron din tayong hour component, pero nakakumpol na, nakagroup na siya in a month. You can render 40 hours for this client. For this much work, 40 hours is equivalent to like 2 hours daily. And you will be paid $550 a month. So, I'll provide you the comparison na para makita mo na mas malaking kikitain mo in less time spent daily kung monthly packages ang ibibigay mo. Kasi yung hourly, you need to work 8 hours daily in order to get $4 per hour or 1.6 ganyan. And you reach like 800 kasi yun yung equivalent ng 40,000, mga $800. Pero you work 8 hours, it's very exhausting. It's alright, I'm not against it. Pero if you wanna work smarter, let's compute. 2 hours daily for 40 hours a month, and you get 550. Hindi ka napagod. Pwede ka pang magdagdag ng another client for this same package, and you'll only work 4 hours. How much will you earn? A client who pays 550 and another one who pays 550. That's $1,100. In the same amount of time, in the same span of time, 1 month, you earn $200 more. And you work 4 hours less. Diba? Kasi nakapackage na. Depende yan sa client. I'm just telling you that a big possibility, and you can do the same for your business. Another type is the weekly package. Ito yung sinabi ko kaninang milestone. Kasi the good thing about this is if you're strapped for cash na kailangan mo ng pera agad, you'll get paid right away. You can use the money to revolve around your expenses, kung ano mo kailangan mong gawin or bayaran. Meron kang bills in a week or something. Ganyan. So, in this packaging system, I basically offer the same services. They'll get it no matter what they sign up for. So, package 1, package 2, package 3, ang pinagkaiba lang, the hours render. So, in a month, if you want to get this services, all of them, a la carte, 10 hours lang, you could pay me $80. Depende yan sa'yo. You could do more research about what your competitors are doing. Sample lang to. Pero, if they want to get 20 more hours, they'll pay almost double, 140. So on, so forth. Packaging lang yun. So you still earn more kasi ang 10 hours in a week is like 2 hours daily. So, how many clients do you need to get in order to achieve your $800 income goal or 40,000 pesos? Depende yan sa'yo. So you can add more people, like 3 more clients at this price range, and you'll be earning less. So I encourage you to do the package 3 more kasi malaki siya, 100. Depende naman yan kasi minsan may client na pwede nga ito 5 hours mo. Ikaw na bahalang mag pricing and compare. Next, ito, weekly packages naman. Pero, iba-ibang services. Nadadagdagan siya every time a package is chosen. But, the hours naman, the same. Magbabago lang yung presyo kasi dumami yung servisyo per package. So, ang coverage ang naging. Now, if you want to do project-based bundles, ito yung mga one-time fees na binabayaran ng client para magawa yung specific tasks. So, itong package 1, setting up all social media profiles for the company and a week of engagement. So, that's worth $125. They pay, they get the service. Or, if you're a developer, you can have $1,000 to $5,000 depending on the complexity of your website. And you also do webmaster maintenance. Na pwede natin gawin ito for retainer later on. Pag-usapan natin yan. Another package you can do is yung 1-hour consultation. Para naman to sa coaching, and kunyari si client gusto niyang magpa-set up ng Canva, hindi siya marunong, and they want to use it for their business, and you're very expert at it, you can have your 1 hour per hour paid for, at ikaw ang mag-walk through sa kanila kung paano setup yan. Another package is for writers, $200 in a month or 4 blogs, 1 per week. You will also be doing the scheduling or posting. You will optimize for SEO, and kung meron silang stock images, ikaw naghahanap at maglalagay. So, this is very fair value. So, binigay ko na sa'yo yung difference in monthly packages or weekly sa project-based. Kasi pag project-based, pwede naman continuous yung work mo. You can do 1 week worth of work Pero after that, if they paid, okay na. If they want to renew, they get the same package and you give them another 1 week. So, depende yan sa'yo. Kasi ito, napakadaling gawin ito. You could spend like a day doing all of this, not even 2 hours. Ang engagement na lang ang pwede mong sabihin natin, 1 hour day. Depende rin sa dami ng mga profiles na gusto nilang i-focus. That's still less work and you get paid $125. You work one time. What if you work more time for more clients? So, you still get paid more. Now, let's continue sa retainer. Ano naman ang pinagkaiba nitong retainer? Pwede siyang passive income. Dalawang ways. Una, if you have created a system, mamaya sabihin natin sa inyo paano yan. Or, dapat naka-stipulate sa contract nito. Or, bibili sila ng hours mo, guaranteed hours, so they can tap your service anytime they need. Now, here are the details of that. Go to the workbook. So, ito ay perfect para sa mga reservation ng guaranteed time any month. Kasi, para to sa mga busy clients na walang time frames for certain tasks. Or, paulit-ulit yung task pero hindi nila alam kung gaano kadalas. But they'd still want someone to cover for them so they get your packages. Makakamura sila dito, lalo na if they are a loyal client, they've been with you for long, and they don't want to lose the relationship, you can offer a retainer package. So they get to pay some sort of amount. And you guarantee that you will work on their requirements every time they need it for a month. Now, to be able to be smart about that, kailangan, anumang unused hours ni client, hindi mo ita-transfer on another month, mag-expire siya. Hindi siya renewable. Or, hindi pwedeng i-roll over kasi malulugi ka. Kapag kunwari, sa client, nagamit niya lang, ang retainer package mo, one month is 10 hours. They'll pay a certain amount. I don't know, $50. Depende sa'yo yan. You could research more about that. Pero what if they only use 2 hours dun sa 10 hours? Mag-roll over ka ng 8 hours, malulugi ka kasi what if they suddenly have more work? Diba? So, dito na pupunta yung next criteria natin na dapat mag-offer ka ng just one type of service. Kasi mas cost-effective kung isa lang yung gagawin mo, isang type of task lang every now and then, and it's not very routine-like. Hindi palagi. Next is, they have to be paid in advance. Ganun din sa packages. Dapat monthly ang bayad dito. And before you even start the month, they should already be paid. You must only track the time left sa packages or project base. You don't need to track the time. So, ito yung pinagkaiba nila. And this is the other type of retainer. Kunyari, gumawa ka ng system for them. Gumawa ka ng email sequence or sales funnels. Yung, kunwari, makikita mo mga ads sa Facebook and you land on some page. Sales funnels account. So, ikaw yung magde-design nun, gagawa, mag-execute, magsusulat, or whatever it is. And if the client continues to use your system and get paid for it, may income sila doon, you could draft a contract that says you get a percentage of every sale they get. Unless they stop using your system. So, it has to be stipulated. So, the important thing with packages and every other types of payment, dapat may contract. Written and naka-document. Para black and white. And you can always refer to it every time there are problems. That's about it for retainer packages. Now let's go back to your action items kasi I want you to understand that you have to learn by doing. So, paulit-ulit natin sasabihin nyo. Here are your action items for today. Una, compute mo muna yung income goals and daily rate or hourly rate mo. Because that's where everything will start. This will motivate you, as I've said in the very first slide. You should be happy about your income goal and you should be strategic about it. And lastly, you have to be more analytical. Kailangan isipin mo yung pros and cons, yung benefits at disadvantages nung pipiliin mong per hour, per monthly, weekly packages or retainers and project-based. Dapat alam mo na yung weakness and strengths of each according to your availability, of course. When you're done with that, feel free to comment below on the page where you see this video or on the video itself. We'll be very happy and appreciative of any comments and questions. Stay tuned for tomorrow as we will discuss the final day of your free 5-day course. Again, this is your host Phil and see you tomorrow.